Those trends on TikTok are not just limited to the latest dances, they also venture into health.
Yeah, but should you trust what you see on the app? We asked Dr. Rupy.
There are so many trends that have emerged because of the popularity of TikTok. Does that stand true for health too? Let's check in with Dr. Rupy and ask Dr. Rupy about some of these TikTok trends and what have you seen as a result of this app and all the users?
So TikTok is a lot of fun, and there are some very cool things to learn about on TikTok, but the health trends can potentially be dangerous. So there's ones that I want to touch on and talk about today. The first ones we're going to talk about have to do with your teeth health, have to do with your skin health, and it's really important when listening to anyone that's not your own doctor or your own medical professional is that not everything is necessarily accurate. Not everything is necessarily safe. So always having a high degree of awareness whenever taking any sort of recommendations or even information, just making sure to check with your doctor if you do have any questions. So the first one we're going to talk about is teeth whitening. Hydrogen peroxide is being used on TikTok for teeth whitening. Now this can be exceptionally dangerous. It can lead to staining of the teeth. It can even lead to permanent pain and permanent sensitivity issues. So always, whenever you want to get your teeth whitened, either use a product that's over the counter or check in with your dentist. Now, something that's even more dangerous than that, if that's even possible, is teeth filing. And so we've been seeing people filing down their teeth using a nail file to get their teeth a little bit more even. Now, this is also extremely dangerous because it can lead to sensitivity issues. If anyone's ever had tooth pain out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about and how bad that pain can be. So this can lead to permanent damage as well. So anything that has to do with your teeth and tooth health, make sure that you are checking in with your dentist.
Very valuable. Of course, on any type of platform, there's always lifestyle and diet information. Anything that you want to caution our viewers about?
Absolutely. So the TikTok general viewer, the average age tends to be a little on the younger side. So we've got teenagers and our youth checking out some of these videos and taking a lot of this information in. Now, something that seems fairly innocuous is a trend called what I eat in a day. Now, what I eat in a day, that actually doesn't sound so bad. But when you actually take a look deeper into it, a lot of the folks that are sharing these are young women who are influencers and have the ideal body type. And now we're talking about folks that might be too skinny, might not necessarily be healthy, and they're sharing potential diets that lack nutrients or might not even have enough calories. And so when our youth are looking at these, they might say, hey, I want to look like that person. I'm going to eat what they're eating. And that's not necessarily safe. This can trigger eating disorders. It can lead to malnutrition. So it is something to be very aware of, especially with the younger folks that are watching or folks that even have a predisposition for eating disorders.
I've seen one more having to do with mole removal. Your thoughts on that?
So mole removal, this is one where folks are actually taking chemical peels, putting chemicals on their bodies, whether it's their face or elsewhere on their bodies, to remove moles. Now, different chemical peels have different strengths of acids, and this can be also very dangerous. So this can lead to permanent disfigurement. This can lead to permanent scarring, bleeding, and even bad infections. So again, this is another one that you really want to make sure that you're doing only under the guidance of a dermatologist, unless it's a product that's over the counter. And if there's ever a question about something like that, check in with your doctor to make sure it's safe.
Well, lucky we have you, Dr. Rupy. I asked you, are there any positive health trends on the other side of the spectrum?
Absolutely. So, when it comes to the information and what's being put out there, there are some great folks that you can follow that are actually on TikTok. You have vetted and credentialed folks like doctors, dentists, therapists, nutritionists, fitness instructors. There's all sorts of great information out there. But one thing I want to make sure everyone does is to check their credentials. It's as easy as sometimes Googling that person's name and seeing what they actually are, what their profession is, what they've been doing. And also, again, anytime you have any questions, make sure to check with your doctor.
Very valuable advice. And we want to let people know they can always follow you. Where's the best place to do that?
So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and I have my website. That is drrupy.com and at doctor, that's dr.rupie.
All right. Dr. Rupy, always a pleasure. We'll see you next time on Living 808.
Thank you.
Great to see, because you do see so many trends coming across on TikTok too. Hard to stay on top of.
I'm kind of bummed out about the whole DIY mole removal. I was kind of hoping to rip one off a little later.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
No. But TikTok is also adding a new safety feature to help parents keep their kids safe. The social media app is taking strides to protect underage users. Some of those features will equip parents with information needed to not only learn about the app, but to better understand the tools available to them. Updated elements includes this Guardian's Guide to TikTok, as well as a bullying prevention guide, video overviews on the site's community guidelines, and updated links for further information on policy. TikTok has made safety a priority on its app following a New York Times report claiming about a third of U.S. users are under 14 years old.
I got a couple of kids in my family that are on it.
And you, of course, made some famous TikToks yourself.
I've done some well-viewed TikToks, yes, and then stopped. It's funny how when things started to open back up again, you kind of just don't have the time to play on that app.
Right. It is kind of a time vacuum, though. When you start watching them, you can get really sucked into them.
Because, I mean, I may not be as competitive as you, but I want to get the moves right. So if I mess up the dance move, it takes me forever to try to remember it.
I think you have to be under 14 to be able to get some of those quick, or like Mikey.
I mean, I did do a Go Johnny Go TikTok that you can view actually on KHON2.com. Just click the Living 808 tab. It was with Mikey's lookalike, he's got tons of views on his TikTok. Maybe not too many views of the TikTok he did with me.
No, maybe not. We'll have to check. Maybe it's gone viral since then. Well, coming up, we're